The truth behind his eyes. What did Jamie Dornan have to trade off to be with Dakota Johnson? The world held its breath as a 57-minute clip of Jamie Dornan's interview with veteran Guardian reporter Sarah Mays was uploaded to YouTube and went viral. Not because of a new film project, not because he had fallen into some scandal, but because of what he was about to reveal, everything the public had ever heard about his true relationship with Dakota Johnson. He sat there, in a simple dark sweater, his hair a little messy, his eyes filled with an indescribable sadness. They say eyes don't lie, and Jamie's eyes that day told a story that shocked millions to the point of breathlessness. Is there something you've been hiding, but now feel like it's time to tell? Sarah asked. Jamie was silent. Then he exhaled deeply. To be with Dakota, I had to give up a part of my life. A person I loved, my career, my reputation, and worse, the trust of my family, the beginning of a storm. When 50 Shades of Grey was released in 2015, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson became the center of a global phenomenon. The sex scenes, provocative dialogue, and dark relationship between Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele led to the two being labeled as the couple who couldn't get out of their roles. But behind the acclaim, there was a reality Jamie never shared. Right after the first movie premiered, my wife at the time, Amelia Warner, and I had a huge argument. She said the way I looked at Dakota wasn't the way an actor would look at me. So you loved Dakota then? Sarah Mays asked. Jamie nods, eyes downcast. I don't want to admit it. I'm married, I have kids, I have a stable family. But emotions are not something you can control. Years of secret. During the filming of the 50 Shades trilogy, Jamie and Dakota had to pretend they were just good colleagues. But Jamie says what they shared went much deeper than that. One time, in the middle of filming the second film, it was raining heavily. Dakota was huddled in the trailer, soaked and cold. I brought her a blanket and a cup of tea. She held my hand. That hold, it was like I couldn't go back. He continues, we used to sit in the dressing room for hours, not saying anything, just looking at each other. And then when we left the set, we were like two strangers. It was a crazy, tormenting time. The audience was shocked, not only because their feelings were real, but also because it meant Jamie had betrayed the woman he had sworn to love forever. A painful choice. I'm not proud to say this, Jamie said in the video interview, but I lived two lives for almost 3 years. One was my family, my wife and kids. The other was Dakota, who I couldn't touch but couldn't forget. Jamie recalled that in 2018, when the final film ended, he and Dakota stood on the shore of Vancouver after the final shoot. No one said anything, but that was the moment Jamie made his choice. I kissed her. It wasn't Christian kissing Anastasia. It was Jamie kissing Dakota. And I knew I was going to lose everything. Breakup and hatred. Shortly after, Jamie Dornan announced his divorce from Amelia Warner. The media blamed the busy filming schedule and the pressure of Hollywood. But now, Jamie reveals. Amelia knew. She knew I loved Dakota. And she hated me for it. Jamie lost custody of his children for more than a year. His family in Belfast cut off contact. Several film producers dropped him from their credits, saying he ruined the image of a good husband. I lost 3 big projects. One of them was an Oscar-winning film. I thought I would never act again. Dakota, true or just a wind. Jamie admits that, despite risking everything, he still wasn't sure if Dakota was ready to love him as much as he loved her. She told me, I don't want to be the reason you lose everything. It took me almost a year to convince her that, you're not the reason, you're the salvation. The two finally went public in 2020, amid the pandemic. There was no red carpet, no big announcement, just a photo of them holding hands while grocery shopping in Malibu. But for Jamie, it was the moment he knew everything he had gone through was worth it. Final words and viewer reactions. At the end of the video, Jamie looks straight into the camera. "I'm not telling this to be forgiven. I'm telling this to make people understand, love is never easy. Sometimes, you have to do the wrong thing to find the right thing. And if I could do it all over again, I'd still choose Dakota. Even if it meant risking it all again." Mixed reactions. Twitter exploded with the hashtag Jamie confession. Fans were divided into two camps, those who criticized them, those who supported their love. Dakota Johnson did not say anything, just posted a photo of a poppy, a flower that symbolizes memory and letting go.